Good day, everybody. It's been a while. So, okay, let's just. Okay, today's the 28th of July. So, we'll do, obviously, Proverbs 28. King James Version, respectfully. This is observations on empathy and religious integrity and piety, an observation on wealth and poverty. The wicked flee when no man pursueth, but the righteous are bold as a lion. For the transgression of a land, many are the princes thereof. But by a man of understanding and knowledge, the state thereof shall be prolonged. A poor man that oppresseth the poor is like a sweeping rain which leaveth no food. They that forsake the law praise the wicked, but such as keep the law contend with them. I witness this daily. I'm not even going to lie to you. Witness it daily, so I can't even say this word is lying. Evil men understand not judgment, but they that seek the Lord understand all things. Amen to that. Better is the poor that walketh in his uprightness than he that is perverse in his ways, though he be rich. Whoso keepeth the law is a wise son, but he that is a companion of riotous men shameth his father. He that by usury and unjust gain increaseth his substance, he shall gather it for them that will pity the poor. He that turneth away his ear from hearing the law, even his prayer shall be abomination. Because at that point, you wicked. You don't even want to abide the law. But, whoso causeth the righteous to go astray in an evil way, he shall fall himself into his own pit, but the upright shall have good things in possession. See, that's the thing, right? Because there are people who, let's make no mistake about this, they are deliberately and strategically sent into one's life for their destruction and downfall, and to cause them to go astray purposely. As a matter of fact, one of the Nigerian movies I watched, there was this guy who was heavy into his relationship with the Lord, and he had a friend who wasn't, and this friend was, bothered by that. The demons in them still wanted him to be a part of the kingdom of darkness. So that demon in it, the friend decided to spike the friend. Yeah, he drugged him and caused him to just go super left. But that man actually ended up getting his portion. He got his portion. Because when you do stuff like that, I promise you, baby, it won't end well for you. Regardless to what your intentions were, whether they were, allegedly good, because most times these people will try to, make it seem like buddy type, like, and, oh, I'm here for you, bud. I'm your friend. Not really. Not really. The rich man is wise in his own conceit, but the poor that hath understanding searcheth him out. When righteous men do rejoice, there is great glory, but when the wicked rise, a man is hidden. He that covereth his sins shall not prosper, but whoso confesseth and forsaketh them shall have mercy. Happy is the man that feareth always, but he that hardeneth his heart shall fall into mischief. Very true. Very true. As a roaring lion and a raging bear, so is a wicked ruler over the poor people. Sounds real familiar. Oh gosh. The prince that wanteth understanding is also a great oppressor. But he that hateth covetousness shall prolong his days. Now with this verse, at first I thought it was speaking knowledge-wise. But when you look into the back part of this scripture, when it says, but he that hateth covetousness shall prolong his days, that right there flicked the light bulb on in my head that, wait a minute. Because at this point, this is speaking about one who is greedy for vanity. And vanity is just the finer things, you know. Now, don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with wanting nice things, having nice things, etc., etc. But when you do corrupt things to get those nice things, then it's a problem. When you start stealing from other people to get the nice things, that's a problem. When you start, padding the books, they call it, or whatever, and all kind of shisty, shady, underhanded things to feed that desire for vanity. Because vanity is just deeper than like one's physical appearance. Vanity goes to the point of the type of vehicle person drives, the type of house that they live in, and the material things that they have to make themselves look and or seem important, special, or whatever. And you have some people like, no cap, like it's so horrendous how vain the world is in entirety, to where the average person, most people will literally treat you based on how you are dressed. But I thank God he is not like that. Now, granted, there are some people who are under God's judgment, who are going through things because of their wicked ways. Hear me when I say this, right? So you'll have some people who they'll be going through, disease. Oh my gosh. So with the word disease, right? Dis-ease. Is dis-ease in one's body. My goodness gracious. This clicked to me yesterday when I was watching this testimony from this one witch girl who came from the dark side of the spiritual realm. And yeah, when she was in that stuff, she was doing blood magic, and she was suffering a lot of physical ailments and disease. And it wasn't until she gave her life to Jesus Christ that she was set free from those diseases, pains, and ailments. Guys, the stuff Satan offers and whatnot, it seemed cool, it looked cool. Our kid, y'all, not. It's not what you thinking. And it come with a heavy price. Y'all don't even be happy for real. Y'all be real life miserable for real. Y'all not tired of that? Like, wickedness literally causes physical ailments. Obesity, yo, that's a sin, yo. Stop playing with me. Because at that point, you have no self-control over your appetite or something type like. And any disease, any ailment, any and every thing wrong with our body is always spiritual. I need everybody to get this embroidered into their Abdullah Oblongata because it's so serious. Too much time and resources are being wasted on wrong things. Not on solutions, but the problems. People have to truly understand something, right? One thing about a business is this. It needs clients to operate, right? Clients, patients, customers, whatever you want to call them based on whatever field that business is in. So with that being said, when a business is allegedly designed to be a place of healing and, a place to come and get well, but coincidentally nobody's getting well. Because let's think about this, right? As a greedy, corrupt scoundrel, one would not genuinely get in the business of helping people to really help them. Because if that's the case, well, first of all, why do hospital bills exist? I'm already physically sick. Why do I need to be financially sick now? So on top of my physical sickness, now you want me to have a financial sickness because now I got a hospital bill. Oh, but wait, the hospital bill is causing me stress, which is adding on to my physical ailment. You see how it's a sick, vicious cycle? Then they want you to pay for overpriced medication that doesn't solve the problem, but just puts a Band-Aid over it and then gives you a new problem because now you got a new problem, then you need a new medication. Is anybody following me? I can think of plenty of people who I don't even know in real life who have suffered financially because of hospital bills, medications, stuff like that. But when I look in the when I go to the New Testament and I go through the 4 Gospels to observe what my daddy did, because I'm trying to be stunting like my daddy. When I go to the book of Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John to see what my daddy did and study what my daddy did and how my daddy moved, I don't see nothing in here about hospitals or none of that. I see a lot of him casting out demons. I don't know. I don't know, gang. I didn't see it. If you saw it, though, please feel free to drop it in the comments because we all would love to see that. Me first saying personally, respectfully, yes, I would love to see that. firsthand. Just like I want to see a baby pigeon. I want to see. I want to see a baby pigeon. And I want to see in the Bible where you showed me one time where Jesus sent somebody to the hospital, where he told them, where he wrote a prescription, where he told them to do anything that we get told to do when it comes to disease or physical ailments. Oh, and y'all, in the dictionary of demons, it speaks about this one demon that a person can send to you that will literally make your bones like fragile. Because so when I was working at Amazon, I was doing a drop off, and I'm in the apartment complex, and the apartment complex had these little tiny steps, like when you first come in the thing. It was in Manhattan. So you come into the building and they have these little 2-3 tiny steps that you have to pop, up and down to get to the security desk. And that's where I'm dropping the packages for that building. So in the process of me trying to check off all my stuff on the app, I'm into the phone, At this time, I'm dealing with a whole wizard. Didn't even know it. Your boy was strategically sent to me. But that I'm going to have to save for a chit-chat story time. Y'all, I really got to get into these story times because, my goodness, lives can be getting saved. So look, right? Bang. Me and him actually had got into it earlier that day. So subconsciously, my mind is just like a garbage bucket. So I'm trying to focus on this, putting this information in, the stuff that happened between me and him. So much going on. I go down the step. I don't know what happened, y'all. It was weird. But because of the state that I was in at that moment, and that demon that was sent on me, y'all, when I took the step down, your girl collapsed like a Dollar Tree lawn chair. But wait, and then had a whole swollen ankle. Now, by the grace of God, he healed it. He healed me expeditiously, and has shown me the needed things that I had to do to recover my ankle from that injury, because that injury was designed to really take me out. And coincidentally, if I'm not mistaken, that's the same ankle I broke when I was in junior high school. Yeah, because I jumped down a huge flight of stairs, racing, kid stuff, demonic stuff. Jumped down a whole flight of stairs, and my ankle got chipped, and I had to have a cast. Yup. Oh, but we thank God. We thank God. Y'all, so when I tell y'all with this, this stuff is spiritual. The Dictionary of Demons, I'm not sure if I snapped a picture of the page that spoke about the demon with the bone stuff. If I did, please check the community post for it, because I will post it, and I'll let y'all know in a little comment thing above it to say, hey, that's the one with the bone stuff. But y'all, interestingly enough, right? Okay, yes, something else I wanted to point out really quickly with you guys with the spirits and all of this stuff, right? So this one boy was having seizures, throwing himself in the fire, and Jesus casted a demon out the boy, and the boy was healed. Now, mind you, the demon was trying to cause the boy to self-harm himself. And from the video I was watching with the witch who used to do the blood work, she was, they actually mentioned how, with abortions, that's a blood covenant of you coming into with Satan. I didn't even think about it like that, because technically you are committing murder. That part, right, I get that part. I understand that. And yes, I know murder is wrong, but I never thought about it from the fact of when you do commit murder, you're making a blood covenant with Satan. I never even thought about it like that. I'm like, yo, that's crazy. So that's why he tries to get a lot of people to self-harm themselves. Because I remember when I was younger, he used to try to get me to be on that bum type stuff. And by the grace of God, my mother, she only kept butter knives, really, for real. And when I tried to put the butter knife to my wrist, that crap hurt it. So I was like, nah, I'm good. I was like, no, I'm good. I'm good. But yo, there are so many people who literally do that type of stuff, and they are coming in with blood covenants with Satan and don't even know it. And then get attacked by demonic deities and don't know why or how. Sweetie, sir, you opened that door once you came in with that blood covenant with Satan. Yo, this stuff is so deep. I'm actually going to link that testimony in the community for you guys. It was like a 2-hour and some change video, but for me, stuff like that be an investment because, like I said, anything that's helping my spirit man grow, that's an investment, hands down. So, if you wish to contribute the time for it, do so. If not, that's fine too, but just know every day is a spiritual warfare taking place. Whether you choose to participate in it or not, it's still going on. Just so you know. But I was trying to find this thing in here for y'all with Jesus and the little boy. Who was, because the demon had the little boy throwing himself in a fire. Well, trying to throw himself in a fire. Like the demon was wilding out. Making the boy have seizures and stuff. And Jesus blesses the little children, y'all. So understand that Jesus and God knows that Satan starts young. All that imaginary friend, them voices in their head, those are demonic spirits. They're not lying when they say that type stuff. Don't even take it lightly. Yeah, you want to spank they butt because it do tell us in Proverbs, spare the rod, spoil the child. So you want to spank they butt, but understand why you spanking them. Don't just be spanking them because you angry and you just taking out frustration, bleeding on that baby. No, that's abuse. Only spank them when they do wrong. And you spanking them because you need the vessel, aka your child. You need that vessel to understand. Yo, I don't care what that voice told you. We're not playing that over here. Okay? That's what the spanking is for. So that the vessel, aka the child, can understand that when that voice do tell them to do something demonic, that no, I'm not doing that. Because last time I did that, I got a beating. And you didn't even save me. So no. The child is not going to be that quick to do it no more. And then that demon is going to have to go find somebody else to play with. That's the point of spanking the child. And then you want to express to them in a loving manner why you spank them. Because that's wrong. We don't do that. Don't be yelling at them, cursing them, calling them names and all that sick garbage. That is so disgusting for a parent to call a child the B word, a hoe, all that other stuff. Like, yo, stop playing with me. Because for the mothers with the daughters, where are they getting it from? Because you so sanctified with your legs crossed, right? She learning it from somewhere. And if you got a bunch of men flocking in and out, she probably learning it from you. While you up there trying to down talk that little girl instead of being a real example for her. No, you get your shit together. But look, Jesus blesses the little children. This is in Matthew 19, verses 13 through 15. Then were there brought unto him little children, that he should put his hands on them and pray. And the disciples rebuked them. I know he wanted to thump them in the forehead. But Jesus says, suffer little children and forbid them not to come unto me, for of such is the kingdom of heaven. And he laid his hands on them and departed thence. African warlock James Koala was born into the kingdom of darkness. Well, no, he wasn't born into it. I'm sorry. From the day he was born, he was linked with it. Because his mother made a covenant that once he got born, because, okay, what happens is in the spiritual realm, even on the evil side, on the dark side, they see the good things on the good side. Because it's the spiritual realm, you can see both sides. So because they knew that James was a appointed soldier for the Lord that would be a problem for the kingdom of darkness, the witch was like, yo, I could bring the baby out. I can bring your boy out, because his mother wanted a son like mad bad. Because in their village, if you don't have a son, you're like apparently a useless womb or some garbage, which is crazy, but that's demonic in itself. But anyway, yeah, so the mom, she's stressed and oppressed because she could just keep having daughters, and she wanted her son. So she went to Hoodoo priest to go get a son. And the one she finally got up with was like, yo, you're going to have to do mad weird stuff and whatnot. But yeah, I can get you a son. I can get your son. But, it looked like he's going to be a problem for us. So I'm going to have to marry him as soon as he comes. And the mothers agreed. So when James was born, 1 day old, he got married off to a 60-year-old witch. Yay. Type stuff. Yeah. So against his free will, he was induced into the kingdom of darkness. And ironically, there are so many parents who induce their children unwillingly into the kingdom of darkness. Like, I watched this one video with this girl where she was saying her grandma spoke that garbage over her, told her she was going to be a witch and just to embrace it and ba-da-da-da-da. And when she turned 15, that's when she started buying all her witch stuff to do witch work. Guys, at 15, 1-5. Stop thinking all kids is just innocent. Stop thinking everything is just kid stuff. No. Everything is spiritual. Any act that gets conducted outside of a fruit of a spirit is demonic. I don't care how old the vessel is. I don't even care who the vessel is. Demons use parasites, and it's a beautiful, perfect disguise. Because a parasite, listen, insects and bugs and animals, those are the best vessels for these demonic deities to enter. That's why you'll see a lot of these, like on the Discovery channels and all that stuff. You'll see points where like animals be attacking people viciously, mad crazy, and killing people. Those are demonically possessed animals, and 9 times out of 10, that probably might have been a wicked person that was doing wicked stuff. Why I say this? Because there's this one video I watched where the guy was doing wicked stuff, killing people behind the scenes, mad wicked type like. And the spirits of some of the people that he killed remained in their vehicles. Y'all think it's a game? Vehicles do hold spirits. For anybody who think it's a game, vehicles hold spirits. But yeah, that's how a lot of strange stuff be happening in vehicles sometimes. And if you notice your car battery going out a lot, or just your batteries in general, yeah, somebody got some type of weird energy draining spirit slingering around you. But so she's saying how right, the guy who's conducting the wickedness, he owns a car lot. And he had a nephew who he had come work for him, right? Because he needed somebody to work overnight to, be security type, like, because people come steal scrap metal, blah, blah, blah. So, the nephew, because the previous people who used to work there at the night shift, they all coincidentally would just, like, quit, leave type, like. So it was like, nobody wouldn't really stay type, so, The nephew, one night, his first night there, he's securing the lot, making sure everything is cool. And he starts hearing voices. He thought it was somebody trying to intrude, but come to find out, the car radio came on by itself, allegedly. But the spirit turned it on. Let's be real. So he gets in the whip, and the spirit takes him through the journey of how they died, how the vessel died. The uncle wants him not to get in none of them cars. Because, it was 3 specific cars that the uncle wants him not to go into. And these were the 3 cars of the 3 people who the uncle, and they wanted their revenge. So, each night goes by and he gets in the different vehicle. The first night was the first vehicle, second night, second vehicle, third night, third vehicle. And from him getting in the vehicles, the spirits, they start to follow him and, things of that nature outside the job. So now, boom, the last night he's in the last vehicle and he gets the last story, right? But then the uncle, because the last car was when he found out that the uncle was a killer, right? Because the girl who the uncle killed, she was like the employee of the month type, like, and he killed her. So she took the nephew on the spiritual journey to show him how she got. And the uncle popped up at the spot and was about to kill his nephew, because the nephew now found out that his uncle was a killer, and then the nephew was about to dip. But the uncle pops up coincidentally about to try to kill the nephew. The cars came on, hit him. The cars basically jumped the man and killed him and put him away for him to never be found again. So when God says vengeance is his, they truly are his. We don't got to fight battles when people do wrong to us. God got it. Regardless to how he got to make it happen, he makes it happen. When he makes it happen is when he chooses to make it happen. So may we not fret over the deeds of the wicked. I still wanted to find this thing for y'all there. It might not be in the book of Matthew. Let me check Mark. Ooh. Haha, come on with the true family now. Yeah, Jesus always healing a man possessed by demons. So I am just... Even the lady with the issue of blood. Oh, no, I don't even know what that word is, so... Okay, so really quickly, right? This is also just to be thrown in really quickly for a word of encouragement for anyone who, you're walking your walk with the Lord and things happen. So look, right? I'm in the book of Mark right now, and I'm over in chapter 8. So verses 27 up to 33. Well, so in these verses is Peter declaring his faith, and Jesus says he will die and rise again, right? Boom. This is an important point that I want to make to you guys, because Peter is Jesus' apostle, who Jesus loved and walked with him the whole time he was on the earth. Even after he left the earth, he still did the work of the Lord, right? And Jesus went out and his disciples into the towns of Caesarea Philippi. And by the way, he asked his disciples, saying unto them, Whom do men say that I am? And they answered, John the Baptist, but some say Elias, and others, one of the prophets. And he said unto them, But whom say ye that I am? And Peter answereth and saith unto him, Thou art the Christ. And he charged them that they should tell no man of him. Now, in a different version, it goes a little deeper, because he told, he said, surely, man did not tell you this. God told you this. That was when Peter gets his graduation. A paralytic, a spiritual. Yeah, Peter declares his faith. Okay, so this is the version of it in the book of Matthew, right? When Jesus came into the coast of Caesarea Philippi, this is chapter 16, I'm at verse 13. He asked his disciples, saying, Whom do men say that I, the Son of Man, am? And they said, Some say that thou art John the Baptist, some Elias, and others Jeremiah, or one of the other prophets. And he said unto them, But whom say ye that I am? And Simon Peter answered and said, Thou art the Christ, the Son of the living God. And Jesus answered and said unto him, Blessed art thou, Simon Bar-Jonah, for flesh and blood hath not revealed it unto thee, but my Father which is in heaven. Right? And I say also unto thee that thou art Peter, and upon this rock I will build my church, and the gates of hell shall not prevail against it. And I will give unto thee the keys of the kingdom of heaven, and whatsoever thou shalt bind on earth shall be bound in heaven, and whatsoever thou shalt loose on earth shall be loosed in heaven. Then charged he his disciples that they should tell no man that he was Jesus Christ. Okay. But look, gang, because shortly after this, right, this is the equivalent of Peter getting a graduation. If anybody listened and paid attention, Peter just got a graduation spiritually. He just got an upgrade in rank. So his spiritual rank just was upgraded. The spirit of pride slid in so smooth on that boy because his head is inflated. All right, I just got a graduation, a raise, please. I beg, get behind me. I don't even know y'all right now. So boom, right? Let me prove the point of how the spirit of pride was able to enter into him. Because right after that, from that time forth began Jesus to show unto his disciples how he must go unto Jerusalem and suffer many things of the elders and chief priests and scribes, and be killed and be raised again the third day. Then Peter took him and began to rebuke him, saying, Be it far from thee, Lord, this shall not be unto thee. But he turned and said unto Peter, Get thee behind me, Satan, thou art an offense unto me. For thou savorest not the things that be of God, but those that be of men. Now notice Jesus didn't say, Peter, you chatting. Get thee behind me. No, beloved. He said he was addressing the spirit that was talking through Peter, because he knew exactly who was talking through Peter. Now, to the fleshly eye, one would be like, oh, well, he said a good thing. What's the problem? Sweetie, you're looking at surface level. That's the fleshly matter. See, from the fleshly perspective, that sounded like a cutesy, cool thing to say. Spiritually, that's not a part of the plan. Spiritually, the plan is and was that Jesus was to be the ultimate sacrifice for us. Satan wanted to keep Jesus there physically longer so he could cause him to end up slipping and falling and then make him non-perfect. See, God knew exactly what he was doing. Make no mistake about that. And with that, that's why God said, excuse me. And that's why Jesus said, Satan, get thee behind me. That are an offense to me. He's not addressing the vessel. He's addressing the spirit speaking through the vessel. And I love the fact that Peter did not even get offended, because Peter understood. Hello. There was nothing for Peter to get offended about, because first of all, you didn't even say my name. So, hey. So if somebody is saying something that in the flesh it sound right, but spiritually it don't, rebuke them. If they get mad, But remember, you're not rebuking them, you're rebuking the demon in them. So just simply say, get thee behind me, Satan. And then see how it goes from there. Y'all, but let's finish up with Proverbs, because we ain't even done with Proverbs, y'all. Oh my God, we ain't even finished with Proverbs. A man that doeth violence to the blood of any person shall flee to the pit. Let no man stay him. Whoso walketh uprightly shall be saved, but he that is perverse in his ways shall fall at once. He that tilleth his land shall have plenty of bread, but he that followeth after vain persons shall have poverty enough. A faithful man shall abound with blessings, but he that maketh haste to be rich shall not be innocent. To have respect of a person is not good. For a piece of bread that man will transgress. That means they'll switch up on you for a piece of bread. And if anybody ever watched the first 48, you know this verse is not even lying. Y'all know it. Y'all know it. You seen first 48? Right. For a piece of bread, they be giving it up. And that's in real life. It's 21. Valid. He that hasteth to be rich hath an evil eye, and considereth not that poverty shall come upon him. He that rebuketh a man afterward shall find more favor than he that flattereth with the tongue. Whoso robbeth his father or his mother, and saith it is no transgression, the same is the companion of a destroyer. He that is of a proud heart stirreth up strife, but he that putteth his trust in the Lord shall be made fat. He that trusteth in his own heart is a fool, but whoso walketh wisely, he shall be delivered. He that giveth unto the poor shall not lack, But he that hideth his eyes shall have many a curse. When the wicked rise, men hide themselves. But when they perish, the righteous increase. That is so. And if you have not already given your heart to Christ by now, that's crazy. But the sooner the better. So do it now. Do it now. And when you do it, please understand that salvation, aka giving your heart to Christ, and deliverance are two totally different things. Giving our heart to Christ is one thing, but us being delivered from the trauma and the demons we inherit through bloodlines and through life and doors we open and things of that nature, we need deliverance from that. That's separate. That's work we got to put in. Yeah, we got to put in work. Everybody always want to be talking about laboring for dollars. Bro, you better be laboring for your soul. It's going to have to go somewhere after it departs your body. And if your heart is not given to Jesus Christ and he's not your salvation, sweetie, you're going to be swimming in a lake of fire. And then depending on what your vice was, you'll be there. If you was a liar, they got a den for liars. If you was a masturbator, they got a den for that. If you was a fornicator, they got a den for that. If you was homosexual, they got a den for that. If you was a drunkard, they got a den for that. Yo, they literally have different sections for this stuff to where you're going to be eternally tormented by that same thing. Eternally. Yo, just give your heart to Christ, yo. Give your heart to Christ. You trying to be a doodle eater and make somebody miserable and your happiness banking off of other people's misery? Sweetie, if you knew what your true end was, you would leave that one, my friend. You would leave that one. I beg you would leave that one. For everybody whose happiness banks off of the misery of other people, I need y'all to find new forms of happiness. Retire that one. Leave that one, my friend. That one is going to have you in a lake of fire. My friend, it's not going to end well for you, oh. Leave that one. I beg. Leave that one. Hey, y'all keep thinking it's a game. You know what I discovered the other day? The only people who think it's a game are the ones involved in it. The players. And with that being said, for those who are not players, we on point like arrows. Why? Because we understand that an arrow needs a bow. Who's pulling your bow? Who? Is it Satan or God? Who are you letting trigger you? Where you trying to go? You trying to be reigning in the earth with Christ for 1,000 years plus? Or you trying to be swimming in a lake of fire with Satan? Talking about, pass me some water. I genuinely hope anybody who thinks hell is a game, that while you swindle and swashel in your bed in the late night wee hours, that you get the experience, the spiritual awakening experience that is needed for you to see how serious the severity of this is. Because see, here's the thing, right? In the book of Jude, it does tell me that, and of some have compassion, making a difference, and others save with fear, pulling them out of the fire, hating even the garment spotted by the flesh. So y'all, if I can't get you with compassion, hey, I gotta try fear. If neither one don't work, I'm dusting my feet and I'm leaving you to the lake of fire that you desire. Because in reality, that's what you desire. If you can't be won over through compassion or fear, I beg. At that point, you just want to be swimming in fire. You want to be lit every day. Cool. Just know it's no water down there. Understand that. No jet skis, no boats, no smokes. You gonna be smoking, but not what you wanna be smoking. Ain't no 420 down there. You're the 420 down there. You're the one being stuffed in a paper wrap and being smoked down there. Yeah. Yeah. Yup. But in the book of Ecclesiastes, it tells us that, let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. For God shall bring every work into judgment with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil. And that's going to be in Ecclesiastes chapter 12, the last two verses, 13 and 14. Right? And we also want to be making sure we are asking the Lord daily, Psalms 139, verses 23 and 24. Where we're saying, search me, O God, and know my heart. Try me and know my thoughts, and see if there be any wicked way in me, and lead me in the way everlasting. Amen. And we also want to be working on our fruits of the Spirit, making sure we're growing them daily, because in the book of Matthew, it does tell us in chapter 3, verse 10, that I gotta use the bathroom, so I'm trying to wrap this up. And now also the axe is laid unto the root of the trees. Therefore, every tree which bringeth not forth good fruit is hewn down and cast into the fire. So may we bring forth good fruit, so that we are not hewn down and cast into the fire, and that we can be a pleasing aroma to the Lord. Because in reality, Jesus Christ died for us to even live and experience life and earth and these things freely. Right? So let's start appreciating that and thanking him, and just really thanking him and appreciating him. And spending time with him and seeking him. But yes, we love you guys. I'm gonna get out of here. Like I said, gotta use the bathroom. I have to get my day shuffled on. But we love you guys. Please be encouraged. Apostle Miz, he had a snippet on Instagram. It was so inspiring. I'm going to see if I can get it over to the community post for you guys. If I can't, then I'll find the full video where that snippet came from, and I'll post it in the community for you guys. Because it was very encouraging. Sometimes because of the way things physically look, you can hit a moment of discouragement. But I pray that God sends the refreshing reminder needed for there to be healing and happiness. Because there's too many hurt people out here trying to hurt other people. Sweetie, go heal. Go heal. Stop trying to look cool. Stop trying to look whole. Stop trying to look happy. Go heal and be happy for real. You can tell they broken and busted and disgusted, because it's the petty childish stuff they do. When you're moving out of spite, moving out of pettiness, you're not happy. You're not whole. You're not healed. You are broke down, busted, and disgusted. You're broken. Go get healed. Hey, at the Potter's house, you got everything you need at the Potter's house. Because the Potter wants to put you back together again. I encourage you to listen to that song. I'm going to look for it and post it with this video. Please listen to that song. Because the Potter does want to put you back together again. And he can. Please believe he can. We love y'all. Later.